Hey everyone, it's Josh. Welcome back to another episode of Tangle Tower. And last time we delved deeper into the mysterious murder of the victim of Freya. Who was apparently stabbed by who, as it originally appeared, was stabbed by a painting, but in reality it turns out, I guess, not so much.
I need to confirm something with you, Poppy.
Confirm away.
What can you tell us about this cassette tape? Is it yours?
It belongs to Freya. She liked to have music playing while she was painting.
This time we get
And do you
deeper
know what
into the
kind of music is on this
mystery.
tape?
No idea. Acid jazz?
It's piano music. Sounds an awful lot like your music, to be honest.
Sure it doesn't belong to you?
Why are we even talking about this? Cassette tapes have been redundant for a good few years now.
The tape was found at the crime scene. It was in the gramophone.
It's not mine. I'd never own anything like that.
Why not?
Not my color.
I mean, that's fair. She used to like those colors.
You used to like these colors.
Ridiculous.
We need a clue to compare with the cassette tape. Something that proves Poppy used to like these colors.
But we have that.
Let's take a closer look at this.
Found the garden matches. No, found the crime scene. Matches. The pink cassette player used by Poppy in this old photo.
The pink cassette tape found at the crime scene matches the pink cassette player used by Poppy in this old photo.
That is not me.
Yeah, it is. I'll prove it.
And that'll be the ripped photo.
You look a little different, but Fifi and Freya are pretty recognizable. It's clearly a photo of you with your two best friends. Why'd you tear it up and then hide it?
I think the answer is pretty straightforward.
She doesn't want to look like that anymore.
Poppy doesn't want to look like that anymore.
That's it. Makes this whole thing seem kind of irrelevant.
Maybe. It depends on the reason.
Reason she doesn't want to look like that anymore?
The passage of time is a powerful thing.
Hold on. This means that pink cassette tape does belong to you, Poppy.
It used to. I recorded some piano music onto it and gave it to Freya as a gift. Years ago.
Freya could have easily been listening to this tape at the exact moment she was killed. There's gotta be a connection between the tape, the gramophone, and the murder.
There's one other thing I want to know. How did it get that crack down the middle?
I have no idea.
age 24, profession cryptobotanist, likes soil, dislikes electric lights.
Hang on. Cryptobotanist? I thought it was just a gardener.
That may well be his preferred label. Mine, however, is more accurate.
Do you and Fitz not see eye to eye, Fifi?
We do not.
Huh. So he's well over 6 foot and you've got to be just barely 5.
So what's your problem with him?
Exactly 1 week ago, I witnessed him sneaking up Pointer Tower. He was making every effort to avoid detection.
So?
He was also carrying a knife.
Yeah, that checks out, let's be honest. Now,
Curious. That belongs to my mother. I think she must be fond of eggs. There are a number of egg-shaped carvings to be found in the garden and in the Grand Hall.
Yeah, what's the deal with all the eggs?
Some people just like eggs.
I mean, that's reasonable. Now, what we want to do... Let's go up here. Fitz's room.
An empty glass and an empty plate.
Looking at it is making me want to cry.
Why?
I don't know. Hello.
Not hidden very well, is it?
Doesn't need to be. It's locked.
That's fair.
It's a combination lock. Sort of.
So that looks like a downward arrow thing. So it's that one. I guess. Teardrop. That thing. And then that one. So it's That thing.
I did it. What do I win?
Not bad. Anything in there?
Yeah, it's wrapped in a cloth. Hold on. Huh. That's kind of ominous.
It's not that ominous. It's literally a...
That poor plant.
It's a trowel.
Looks pretty healthy to me.
Healthy, but sad. I think it would rather be outside.
It's a little handmade card. Someone's drawn a heart on the front. Inside it says, "To Fitz, from PP." It's locked, but it leads outside.
I thought we were halfway up a tower.
We are.
What's that thing by the handle?
It's a lock. Haven't you ever seen a lock before? That looks familiar.
It made a noise.
I guess that was right. And...
I still feel like we made some sort of progress.
Alright, back to... Repeat. And back to Poppy's room.
A big glass door leads out into a garden. Somehow,
There's a little mechanism by the handle.
So that, and that.
something happened.
That must be it. Finally, it's open.
Whatever's on the other side better be worth it.
Oh, it's a very pretty garden.
That's one big dragonfly.
Or one very small dragon. A little pond.
It looks really, really deep for some reason. See those metal bars around the edges too?
Oh yeah. What do you suppose they're for?
Nothing anymore. Looks like somebody broke them and then never bothered to fix it.
Ah, a little water feature.
It's making me sleepy.
Wonder how it's hooked up. It's another little statue, doing a really bad job of hiding in the bushes.
He's playing a lute this time.
He's also wearing headphones.
Well, they're not part of the statue. And they're not headphones. They're earmuffs.
Okay, that's actually curious.
Giant stone frog. Love it.
Ah, he's got his tongue out like he's catching snowflakes.
Except those aren't snowflakes. They're feathers.
Okay. Back to Flora's tower. Yeah, actually. Is this the one, maybe? Nope, that's not what I was aiming for. But I do need to talk to the Professor Pointer about some things, so...
A listless soul drifting through the ether.
What's wrong with her?
Not sure. She's always been troubled. Comes from a dysfunctional family. I'd say you could ask her about it, but I think you might find that to be a bit of a dead end.
Oof.
He should learn to make the most of his lot in life. And he does have a lot in life.
You're talking about money?
Among other things, but yes, he currently has agency over a small fortune. That is, if he hasn't already squandered it or lost it.
You two don't get on?
Oh no, we're the best of friends. Ah, yes, the heiress of Tangle Tower. Goodness knows what'll happen when she takes charge. I dare say she'll confiscate my telescope and replace it with a microscope.
She doesn't seem to be the type to impress her will on others.
Still, keep an eye on her. Dangerously intelligent, that one.
You sound jealous. Wait, are you two science rivals?
Oh no, we operate on very different wavelengths. Literally.
Okay. He's a little cuckoo, but okay. Let's go talk to her. Penny.
It's probably quite impressive. To a visitor, fresh eyes and all that.
Not to you.
Try living in it for 20 years. The sheen wears off. If it wasn't for my fits, I'd have little reason to stay.
What about inheritance? You're the next oldest pointer after your uncle, aren't you?
Well, thank you very much for phrasing it like that. But no, any money left in the Pointer family will pass down directly to Poppy.
Is that fair?
Couldn't care less, to be perfectly honest.
Oof.
Finally! I get to see a detective's case file.
That's a very specific thing to be excited about.
Only last week I asked that miserable Hawkshaw woman if I could see her case notes.
I'm guessing she said no.
Would have been much more polite if she had just said no. Instead, she was quite rude to me. Accused me of being, what was it? A shallow sensationalist.
Well, you are a shallow sensationalist, so hit the shoe first. Let's switch to Poppy.
So there are two families living in Tangle Tower?
Mm-hmm. 3 pointers and 5 fellows. 4 fellows.
What's the connection between them?
There isn't one. Not really. It was all built by the Remington family. Flora's a Remington, originally. So was Primrose, my mother. She married into the Pointers, and Flora married into the Fellows.
So the fellows and the pointers own the house now?
Flora owns the house. Depending on who you ask. That means her husband Felix owns it too.
What about your father?
His claim over the house kind of fell apart after my mother left.
Where's your mother now?
No idea.
Huh.
There's something I noticed about Freya's knife wound.
Hit me.
From what we could tell, the blade went in at an exact right angle, perpendicular to Freya's body. And there's only one small pool of blood. Nothing on Freya's hands, or anywhere else. The whole thing is just a little too peaceful.
Nice painting. Gives you a pretty good idea of the layout.
The lake looks like it forms a perfect circle around the island.
It might seem strange to you, but nature is quite capable of producing perfectly geometric forms.
And those mountain cliff things around the outside?
We don't know much about them. They're unscalable. Not even Freya could have gone up there.
What's that?
This painting, it's speculative. There are no photographs from this angle as far as I know.
So Freya just made it up.
Let's call it an informed estimation.
Fair enough.
Who gave you that information?
Well...
We don't actually know who it was. We were contacted anonymously.
I see. And what happens if the person who contacted you turns out to be the murderer?
I never thought about that.
Honestly, that would be kind of fun. Like a twist, you know?
It would be fun. Hawkshaw.
Tangle Tower. No idea why they insist on calling it that. It's not even a tower. It's little more than a pair of turrets stuck on either side of a mansion.
Have you searched the whole place?
I believe so. Why?
He wants to know if you found any secret rooms.
I'm afraid the residents of Tangle Tower are far too ordinary for anything like that. I was disappointed too. You truly consider this a case file?
What's wrong with it?
No organization, no system.
That's my style. I like seeing everything laid out at once. Yeah, it helps me think.
How quaint.
Oh, nice. Okay, let's go back to...
That's all the statements collected. Let's run through them all to see if
anyone...
That too.
Yeah, we don't need to do that.
It's a bird bath. That just rainbow.
The birds seem to
They're
like-
even singing. Toot, 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 toot.
Please don't do that.
It's cute! Yeah? Something I forgot to do.
Every astronomy tower needs a telescope.
I want to try. Is that a window?
I think it is.
Is there another room above Flora's room?
We should check that next time we're over there.
We should.
It's supposed to be... And I'm pretty
Can't move it. I think this is just how it's set up.
He's spying on Flora? Maybe? Huh.
What is that?
Not sure. Some kind of reel?
Looks like it might attach to something.
Well, it looks real to me.
What's in that little box? I bet it's bones. A skull, at least.
You know, maybe I won't open it. Just dusty junk. It's another little statue.
He's playing on...
He's also...
Well, they're not part and they're not headphones. They're earmuffs.
It's cute. Now back to Poppy.
Oh, whatever it is, it's playing a little trumpet.
Well, it is the music room. He's got to practice.
What's with all the broken glass?
Okay. One more.
It's a statue of some
Playing a harp.
playing a harp. Hang on a second. This isn't just a regular statue, is it?
Something tells me we're not gonna solve this just yet. Looks like he's playing.
Use some kind of
Did you not
harp.
know? I had a harp when I was a kid. A little handheld one. Only 8 strings.
Liar.
It's the truth, I swear.
Let's come back later. It must do something.
You'd hope so, wouldn't you?
Neat. Okay.
Goodness me. Poppy really doesn't take care of her belongings, does she?
It wasn't in Poppy's room. It was in the little pond in the garden.
Exactly! Hardly the place for it. I doubt Freya intended it, but the overall effect is a little unsettling, don't you think? It's Flora that's the problem. She's an inescapably haunting presence, bless her. Poppy's gramophone. She's had it for a long time. As a young child, she'd call it her mama phone, on account of it belonging to her mother.
Okay, that's
cute.
adorable.
Oh yes, adorable. How terrible.
You recognize it?
The color scheme. 3 different pinks. Obscene. Oh, that's rather sad. Freya doesn't take very good care of her paints, does she? But then she was always rather bohemian. Had her own priorities. A bit vain to carve wooden figurines of oneself, isn't it? I know a lot of people rather like this painting, but it's a little much for me. I find it overbearing. And for some reason, it makes me feel bad for Freya. I think she was more troubled than we knew. Very nice.
You've seen these before?
Yes.
All of them. Even this one of...
Yes. If I'm not mistaken, that little red and white one is supposed to be a bird of some kind. Somebody taking an interest in extinct animals.
Extinct.
Oh, yes. The book is very old. Most of the birds in it are long gone.
Oh, what about this bird, though? The ink dip.
This one was thought to be extinct for a long time. The one was found here at Tangle Tower.
So it's not extinct.
You misunderstand. It was the last one. The very last.
Oh.
Hello. Who penned this juicy little number?
We don't know. It's not signed.
An anonymous letter? Classic clue. Gaudy old thing, isn't it? Flora seems very fond of it. I've never understood why. But then I could say the same thing about her husband.
Heyo!
It's that bird. But these must have been drawn at least a year ago. Oh, how sad. Freya was very talented, even at that age.
Do you know how old this photo is?
Not sure. Must be a couple of years at least. Sometime before Fiona settled on her current style. Oh, a secret diary.
That's our guess, too.
Excellent. Delightful. More of a gemstone than a fruit, isn't it?
Inedible, too, I think.
Yes. At one point I thought Fitz might be growing them to sell them. But honestly, I think he just likes the way they look. Haven't seen this one in a while. He lives in the music room, doesn't he?
Currently.
There used to be all kinds of birds here at Tangle Tower. The most fascinating breeds, all totally unique.
Used to be. There are birds all over the place.
Most of them are rather ordinary, I'm afraid.
What happened to the non-ordinary ones?
That is a very good question.
Do I have to keep talking to her about bloody pretty looking thing? Okay. Okay, fine.
That's rather strange now, isn't it?
We found it in your room.
Just lying around, was it?
Nope. You'd hidden it, but we found it.
We do that.
Who's the her in the message? And what's the deal with the petals?
It's really none of your business. Looks a little simple for Poppy, doesn't it? Thought she was a grade 12 or something.
I didn't know there were that many grades.
I'm sure they invented some new ones just for her.
Oof.
I can't decide what's worse. How she looks here, or how she looks now.
Do you know who this is? In the photo?
Oh, absolutely no idea. Not a fan of insects myself. Whose research is this?
We were hoping you might know.
No, can't say I... Freya, perhaps. I know she was always very fond of grubby little things like this.
Noted.
Oh, did Fitz show you that?
Not exactly.
We found it hidden under his bed.
Ah, right. Lovely. Is that for sewing?
Maybe?
We have no idea.
I'm sure I've read about this creature somewhere.
I'm sure there's
Remember anything
boggy.
about him playing the harp, though? A fellow bird enthusiast. She's quite the expert, truth be told. Studied them professionally at one point. I think her father taught her.
Are you friends with Flora?
A little bit.
A little bit friends.
She's one for the peace and quiet. I dare say I'm a little too loud for her.
I can see that.
I do admire her, though, really. Always felt like she could have done better than settle for Felix.
Ouch.
Ouch.
I said it. I must say, I really don't care for the den of self-delusion that he's retreated into. People are better off when they just let themselves be themselves. Between you and me, I think Felix is secretly rather miserable. She mostly ignores me, if I'm honest.
How come?
Well, we're not quite on the same intellectual level.
Oh. I mean, you don't need to.
No, it's quite all right. I'm comfortable with it. She's a most unsavory little... She was incredibly rude about my appearance.
Which part? The giant bird arms, or...
If I were her, I'd go easy on the judgment of others. I mean, look at her. She looks like the ghost of a scarecrow. I just wish Uncle Pointer would tell her to behave herself.
Professor Pointer? Why him?
Oh, it was Uncle that called her in. She's his responsibility. Did you not know that?
Oh my god. That's probably the best thing I've heard today.
She'd sit in the aviary, first thing in the morning, and paint the birds. Sometimes she'd ask me their names.
Freya was interested in studying bird species too?
No, just wanted to know their names. Isabelle, Clementine, Myrtle, Lysandre, Genevieve.
Got it, thanks.
For my 21st birthday, she gave me a framed painting. All the birds from a single spring, with their names written underneath.
I can't begin to tell you how much I've treasured it.
Sounds like you two were close.
I feel like I always struggled to articulate my admiration for her, but she had a way of understanding unspoken things. Isn't he strapping?
He is big.
And so brooding.
Kinda sulky, yeah.
I can never tell what's going on in that beautiful head of his.
It just sounds like you don't know him very well.
I don't remember asking for your input. Can't say I've ever taken an interest in Uncle's astronomy. On occasion I've dared to visit him in his tower, but I always regret it. It's all just a little too abstract for me.
What do you mean?
Oh, did you know the sun is apparently over 400,000 miles wide? Okay, so what should I do with that information? How does it help me?
Don't look at me. You're the one who memorized it.
That's true.
Oh,
And that
she's
is true.
beautiful.
Who is she? Wait, is that me? Oh, did you talk to Poppy already?
Yeah, a little bit.
And did you make any notes of what she told you?
Yeah, I did.
Lovely. Burn them. It'll all be lies.
Why would Poppy lie to us?
Because that's what she does. She's a snake. Looks like one, too.
Don't you think you're being a little unfair, Penny?
She started it.
Okay.
Name, Haksha. Age, unknown. Profession, private detective. Likes, quote, being left alone. Dislikes, quote, being constantly badgered by a weirdo nerd with a clipboard. Name, Percival Pointer. Age, 57. Profession, none.
I'm pretty sure he's an astronomer.
Oh, yes, of course. How uncharacteristically forgetful of me.
Oh.
Name, Penelope Pointer. Age, 27. Profession, ornithologist. Likes, birds. Dislikes, insects. Notes, Penelope is very beautiful. I have never had very much in common with her. Name, Poppy Pointer. Age, 19. Profession, apparently Poppy has defaced my notes. Under profession, I had of course originally written pianist, but she has crossed that out and written the ghost of Christmas yet to come. A book. My book.
What's in it?
Pages. Freya drew these,
Yeah, I think so. There's a note on the
but
back.
she never showed them to me.
Well, I think it was a gift for your mother, like a private thing between Freya and Flora.
This photograph is my favorite photograph.
So, why don't you rip it in half?
That was not me. Besides, it was not a half that was ripped off. It was only a third. The fruit here
She
has
has a
unique
point.
chemical makeup. It makes them completely pointless, unless you wish to cut it down and sell it as a precious stone.
It's not edible.
Depends
On what?
on the structural integrity of your teeth. Why did Poppy leave shards of glass all over this statue?
What makes you think it was Poppy?
The statue lives in the music room. Who else would it be?
Valid argument.
Who is this her to whom the message refers?
Well, I don't know exactly.
Then how can I meaningfully evaluate this object? Next!
Okay.
An item from Poppy's childhood. Her earliest piano lessons hold some special significance for her.
Why's that?
No idea. She has never graced me with the details, and I am not forthcoming enough to ask.
You two are friends, right?
We are, yes.
But
It is clear to me now that Poppy has become tired of my company.
is it anything to do with Freya?
Oh, no. The changes in Poppy's mood have nothing to do with Freya. Her concerns simply lie elsewhere.
Who is that in the photo?
I'm quite sure that I have no idea.
You know exactly who it is, Phoebe.
Now, this is interesting. Where did you find it?
In the astronomy tower.
And yet, it does not concern the field of astronomy.
Nope.
In fact, you could even say that entomology is the exact opposite of astronomy.
Yeah, you could.
I would not say that, however.
Oh, you wouldn't?
No, it would be quite naive. To study science in any field is to study the connections between all matter in the universe, living or inanimate.
Okay.
That blade.
It's a troll for gardening.
It
Trowel.
is. Oh.
What's wrong?
Earmuffs do not go on statues. What a mess. Penelope should tidy up after herself.
These weren't dropped by Penny. They were dropped by birds, I think.
My argument stands.
Is this yours, Fifi?
I do not recognize it. And besides, I would have no use for such a thing. Perhaps it could be used to hang wet laundry?
Was that a joke?
Yes. The statue itself does not interest me, but I do wish to know about those symbols on the harp. Have you deciphered their meaning yet?
We're working on it.
We are.
We'll figure it out. Hi, Flora.
Do you and Fitz have anything to do with each other? Other than your initials?
We spoke to Hawkshaw. I assume she didn't get anything out of you either. I bet that really ticked her off.
Do you know the guy in the other tower? Weird astronomy professor guy?
Can you see him from your window? Can he see you?
What do you know about Penny?
I can't really imagine those two being friends, to be honest.
You never know. Do you and Poppy get along?
Nothing. Shocker. Grimore, what could you possibly be writing down?
Oh no, I gave up making notes ages ago. Now I'm just doodling in the margins.
Yeah, I probably would have done the same thing.
I don't know if you can call it an open window. It's more like the sudden absence of wall.
I feel like I'm still missing something.
It's musty in
What
here.
exactly does that mean? What is must?
Must. You ask such stupid questions.
Nice. A book? On the floor. Fundamental entomology.
I guess somebody dropped it.
Probably.
Books about geography.
Skip. Books about ancient history?
These books are. I think they'd crumble.
Good
under-
excuse.
Thanks. Books about space.
They're relatively untouched.
Books about space.
They're relatively untouched.
It's musty in here.
What is that?
Must. You asked.
Nice.
I was hoping for more parts.
What's in those bottles?
I'm not sure. Soil samples?
Let's go back to that garden again. That was nice.
It's a rose bush, growing on a little patch of bluish soil. Apart from a couple of loose petals on one side, the whole thing looks very well cared for.
The roses are bright red, too.
Now, aren't roses normally that color?
Exactly.
So why mention it?
It's so relaxing. I might just stay here.
Oh, shall I go finish the investigation on my own?
That'd be great.
Fifi. Okay. What am I missing?
Where's that light coming from?
It's just daylight, I think. There's a decent gap between those floorboards. Is that what I think it is? Is that what I think it is? Is that what I think it is?
It's Flora's room.
Where's that light
It's
coming
just daylight. There's a decent gap between those floorboards. Supposedly, Freya was working. Looks like she
Didn't even get a chance to clean her brush.
Uh-huh.
The attic's directly above it. Where's that light?
It's just daylight. There's a decent gap.
So in other words, the crime scene is directly below those lights.
Just dusty junk.
I guess... nothing else to see here.
It's so relaxing. I might just stay.
Oh, shut up.
That'd be great. More handwritten sheet music.
Oh, thank goodness, there are 7 lit candles. Wouldn't want it to be dark in here.
It's an octopus.
No, it's not. It has 6 legs, not 8. Don't say it.
Sextopus.
A single red rose. How very traditional.
Yeah, weird.
Just a bunch of clothes on the floor. Nothing weird about that.
To you.
Just a bunch of clothes. Nothing
To
weird.
you.
A lamp. It is most definitely turned off. Anything in the wardrobe?
Dresses mostly. I never realized there were so many shades of black.
There's a name for this kind of piano. You know, these ones that stand upright.
Yeah.
Various handmade posters.
What do you think those symbols mean?
Hopefully, nothing. That is the bed of a vampire.
I thought vampires slept in coffins.
This is a vampire who needs firm support for their lower back. sunflower.
There's something weird about it. It just feels out of place. Yes, it's my flower.
You don't like it?
I'm no good at caring for plants. I forget to water them. Birds are much easier. They're a lot more vocal when you get thirsty. Do you at least like the look of the flower? The look? The colors? The shape of it? Between you and me, I think it's a little vulgar.
This is a photo of Fifi, isn't it? Your daughter? Do you know anything about this beetle?
Do you recognize any of these feathers? Do you know what this is?
Guess not.
Wow. She's very dedicated to being quiet.
This is the...
Too fancy.
What does that mean?
I don't know. You know, the birds can easily get in and out of those cages.
Well, if that's true, can they even be considered cages? Looks like nature invited itself in. Rude. Oh, whatever it is, it's...
Well, it is.
What's with all the broken glass?
Don't look at me. I didn't break it.
Does anybody else use the music room?
Yes. I don't know who, but I can tell when somebody else has touched the piano. Yeah, it's mine.
Can you play the tune for us?
Sure. It's literally 8 notes. I have it memorized. Yeah, it's mine.
What's so special about it?
I got it from my teacher. It's the first piece I ever learned.
How long have you been playing?
Since the day I turned 6. Family tradition. I was really excited to start learning. As soon as I got out of my first lesson, I told Freya and Fifi all about it. When I arrived at my second lesson the next day, Freya was there too. He hadn't asked permission, just showed up. For 2 whole years, the teacher taught us both.
Was Freya any good?
She would have been even better than me if she'd stuck with it. But one day, she just stopped coming to lessons.
Why?
That's just it. There was no reason. That's when I realized things were different for her.
Okay, well, we've learned a few interesting things. So I think we're going to probably best to wrap things up there. I've still got to name this. This episode is so... we'll talk to Freya one more time. What am I talking about? Freya.
Do you and Fitz have anything to do with each other? Other than your initials?
Anyway. Okay, so... tomorrow we'll be doing something different. Another special episode Saturday video. So if you've enjoyed the video, a like rating is very much appreciated. Hit the subscribe button down below if you haven't already subscribed. If you have but you haven't been receiving notifications, click the bell down below. Share the video with your friends. Leave a comment. And my social media information is as usual in the description box underneath the video. With that said, I'll see you all tomorrow. Till then, Josh, out.